Unsurprisingly, The Witcher Season 2 ended on a cliffhanger that left various questions that Season 3 needs to answer in order for the stories of Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer to continue their course. Created by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski, The Witcher is a series of novels and short stories that became widely popular when they were adapted into a series of video games. Now, further expanding this already rich universe, is Netflix's The Witcher, the first English-language adaptation of Sapkowski's stories and which is currently preparing for its third season. The Witcher quickly became one of Netflix's most popular TV series, and its first season was a very peculiar one as it followed its three main characters, Geralt of Rivia, Henry Cavill, Yennefer of Vengerberg, Anya Chalotra, and Ciri, Freya Allan, in different places and points in time, which made their stories difficult to follow at times. The Witcher Season 2 opted for a linear narrative and saw Geralt and Ciri arriving at Kaer Morhen, where she was trained by some of the other Witchers staying there. Meanwhile, Yennefer lost her powers, which led her to make a dangerous deal with the Voleth Mayor. By the end of The Witcher Season 2, the Voleth Mayor joined the Wild Hunt, Yennefer regained her powers, and half the continent is now going after Ciri for different reasons, including her father, Emhyr var Emreis, Bart Edwards. As mentioned above, The Witcher Season 2 ended on a cliffhanger and left big questions that need to be answered in Season 3, and while some of them can be answered through the source material, the Netflix series has made so many changes to Sapkowski's stories already that Season 3 will surely bring some major twists. Here are the biggest questions The Witcher Season 3 needs to answer. Will the Wild Hunt go after Ciri? Why? The finale of The Witcher Season 2 was full of surprises, and of the biggest ones was the debut of the Wild Hunt, a group of specters who gallop through the sky on undead horses and are seen as an omen of war. In the final episode of Season 2, Ciri unintentionally transported herself, Geralt, and Yennefer to another dimension where the Wild Hunt galloped by and the Voleth Mayor ended up joining them. Now, in the books, the Wild Hunt go after Ciri for her elder blood, and their plan is to capture her so she can mate with their king and introduce elder blood to the elves through their child, which would allow them to regain power and access to the gate so they can continue traveling to other worlds. While this could also be their reason to go after Ciri in The Witcher Season 3, their motivations could change, especially now with the Voleth Mayor as part of the group. Will Geralt and Yennefer reconcile? Instead of seeing Geralt and Yennefer properly reunite in The Witcher Season 2, their problems only grew as Yennefer almost betrayed them by handing Ciri to the Voleth Mayor. In the books, Geralt and Yennefer eventually reconcile and Yennefer takes on the role of adoptive mother to Ciri, and while Season 2 ended up with Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri finally together, it's hard to say if the Witcher and the Sorceress will rekindle their romance, as Geralt made it very clear that he can no longer trust Yennefer. How is Emhyr var Emreis alive? Will he find Ciri? The other big surprise at the end of The Witcher Season 2 was the reveal of the identity of the White Flame, Emhyr var Emreis, also known as Dunny, Princess Pavetta's husband and father of Ciri. Dunny was believed to have died alongside Pavetta, leaving Ciri with her grandmother, Queen Calanthe, but Season 2 revealed that he's alive and well, and that he's also the Emperor of Nilfgaard and the mysterious White Flame, the man Fringilla and Cahir were once so loyal to. In the books, Emhyr decided to retake the throne of Nilfgaard, but for that, he planned on faking his, Pavetta's, and Ciri's deaths so they could escape to Nilfgaard, but Pavetta learned of his plans and smuggled Ciri out of the ship before they sailed. After an argument on board, Emhyr pushed Pavetta overboard, and so he continued with his plans of faking his death as Dunny and returning to Nilfgaard as Emhyr. Of course, this version could be adapted to Netflix's The Witcher as it is, or it could change, as well as Emhyr's intentions with Ciri. As in the books, that's one of the most controversial storylines as it's all about incest. What will happen to Fringilla Cahir? The reveal of the White Flame's identity came with a second surprise, as he wasn't happy with Fringilla and Cahir's actions and decisions, especially as they lied to him. In order to cover themselves, Fringilla and Cahir told Emhyr that they killed Francesca Findabair's baby and blamed Redania for it, when it was actually Emhyr who ordered the death of the elven baby. The last time the audience saw Fringilla and Cahir, they were taken away, leaving their fates unknown. Fringilla and Cahir's actions surely won't go unpunished, and it's to be seen if they will continue being loyal to the Emperor after this, or if they will come up with a plan of their own against him. What does Bilgefortz want? A character that has turned out to be a mystery is Bilgefortz, a mage and member of the Brotherhood of Sorcerers. Bilgefortz's intentions since Season 1 have been unclear, and while at first he seemed to be an ally, recruiting Yennefer for the Battle of Sodden Hill, by the end of The Witcher Season 2, after learning about Ciri through Triss Merigold, he saw potential in Ciri to end all war, but also realized that, if the Princess of Cintra fell into the wrong hands, she could destroy the world. Thanks to the Brotherhood of Sorcerers are now also targeting Ciri, as she created less trouble when she was believed to be dead, so they authorized a bounty on her and anyone protecting her. Will more Witchers' schools be introduced? The Witcher Season 2 took Ciri and viewers to Kaer Morhen, where they met some of Geralt's brothers, and fellow Witchers as well as his mentor and father figure, Vesemir Kimbodnia, but after Ciri was possessed by the Voleth Mayor, many of those Witchers died in battle. Now, Season 2 revealed that Ciri's blood is the component they needed to create the mutagen that, in turn, creates more witches, so Vesemir could be looking to create more Witchers with Ciri's help. However, this would also put the Witchers at risk, as it would make it easier for the mages to find the princess and those protecting her. Another question is if The Witcher Season 3 will introduce some of the other known Witcher schools, especially now that Kaer Morhen was left with only a few Witchers. What exactly are Ciri's powers? A big question that was expected to be answered in Season 2 but wasn't, as what exactly are Ciri's powers? So far, Netflix's The Witcher has seen Ciri releasing a magical, and potentially dangerous, pulse when she screams and trying to channel her chaos as Yennefer quickly taught her to, but there's a lot about her powers and their extent that Ciri and the audience have to learn about. With Yennefer back and on their side, The Witcher Season 3 is expected to see Yennefer properly training Ciri in the use of chaos, magic, and hopefully, that will make her powers a bit clearer to the audience.